I built a $4,000 a month newsletter, and it's very simple to do. This is what works in 2024 and 2025 so that you can just copy me and use it for yourself. So again, I'm going to dive into the current newsletter trends that really do drive results and what's worked for me. Now, before we get into the video, I run Akari Social. My name's Trey. I help founders build newsletters and build their back email systems for completely free for 30 days. So if you'd like to check that out, click the link in the description. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So there are 4 key components to a successful newsletter. Let's just start off with the first: short and tactable, actionable content. The current types of newsletters that are winning right now are short, tactical, actionable pieces of content. An example of this is Ben's Bites. He is able to condense a multiple 3, 4, 5, 6 hours worth of content all into 3 minutes. He shows you the tools, the softwares. He includes swipe files, templates that people can use immediately. There's checklists that simplify complex processes and systems for his readers. And there's also do this now, or this step-by-step process with clear actionable steps for his audience. That is super attractive. That's trending right now. Lots of content online is long, lengthy, and people just don't have time to watch a 60-minute long video to solve their problem. Rather, they want to implement a system, a process, or just solve the problem in their business as quick as possible. And so having short, tactical, actionable pieces of content or within your newsletter is a great way to stand out. And it's the same thing that I've done for copywriters. Next up, niche focus plus authority signals. So a great example of this is Cole over at Ghostwriting Academy. In one of his most recent emails, he sent this where it said, "Why would someone hire me to ghostwrite for them when they can use AI for free?" And as a ghostwriter, I myself ask myself this question all the time. I'm wondering, can't they just use AI? But it's in this email that Cole breaks down in depth and presents himself as an authority and his niche focus, and completely combats and handles this objection. And he even invites you, if you read the email, into a live webinar solving this problem even more in depth. So again, a successful newsletter either targets one specific problem or helps creators with proven results. Super simply put. And Cole, again, at Ghostwriting, I'd highly recommend checking out some of his emails. I have a swipe file that will be linked in the description, and you can check out. I have all of his emails from like the past 3 to 4 months cataloged in there, so you can take a look and see what I'm specifically talking about. Next up, platform native features. So Beehiiv, Substack, ConvertKit, they all have a bit of a unique types of platform features, but something that Beehiiv has that I absolutely love is referral tracking and growth loops. Why is this so effective? Well, within my own newsletter, I had a referral system for incoming subscribers and current subscribers that highly incentivized people to invite their friends, their family to the newsletter. If they did, as a result, and this is a different example from, I believe, Ben's Bites, where if someone invites and gets 3 referrals, they get a free month of the paid newsletter, get 5, they get 3 free months, get 25 referrals, they get 6 months absolutely free. And if you go ahead and check out my Skool community, which I'll take you to right now. Now, this is my Skool community. I have done absolutely no advertising besides just including the link in the description. But most of the members within this, and there's over 1,000 members now, have come from incentivized emails or my newsletter incentive system. And this is how effective it can be. I mean, it can absolutely explode not only your newsletters, but your community, your high-ticket coaching, low-ticket programs, mid-ticket programs. Whatever you are selling, have some sort of referral program. Lastly, lead magnet driven growth. This is like the last pillar. This is super, super important if you want to grow your newsletter. Lead magnets have replaced cold outreach as a primary subscription driver. There was something known as the ultimate Google Doc, which made someone around $120,000 in 2 weeks. There's interactive scorecards and assessments. AI prompt packs and ready-to-use templates are a couple of examples of things that have absolutely done an amazing job at growing our clients' newsletters. And so this is Cole over at Ghostwriting Academy. Once again, when someone subscribes to his weekly newsletter, he has an email sequence sending around 3 to 5 lead magnets to his subscribers just for completely free, to incentivize them, to get them to take an action within his newsletter. You can see here, surprise, here's another free AI prompt, and he simply clicks a link, but he also includes a live cohort to really get people to RSVP and show up to this live cohort, which is a great way to grow your newsletter subscriber count, but also blow up your business on the back end. So about 2 weeks ago, Matt McGarry from GrowLetter posted a video where Ryan here made a Google Doc that made him $120,000 in 2 weeks. And to summarize, this essentially is a lead magnet. Now it's a paid lead magnet. So there was a paywall behind this Google Doc, hence why he was able to make so much money from it. Now, this is a great video. I'll link it in the description. But what's more important is focusing on how he structured his overall lead magnet and the overall delivery system of this Google document. He starts with hook and proof first. It opens with $120,000 in 2 weeks. That is a very bold claim. It also establishes credibility through real results. Next up, it's super simple. It's attractive. It's a Google Doc. It's just a simple link that you click and you're able to read. That is a great way for someone to implement into their system. If it's just a Google Doc, it's probably a short read. Next up is value stacking. Of course, this is the bread and butter. This is why people are paying, but it's curated information from experts. That's the key. It gives readers a shortcut. That's why it performed so well. And lastly, of course, this is the moneymaker, the soft paywall. Free users would get teasers within his newsletter, but the paid subscribers, those are the ones that got full access. And this ultimately generated curiosity and fear of missing out for those that were not paying for the Google Doc. And now he's advertising his Google document on YouTube channels, on podcasts, creating even more FOMO. So how can you apply this into your own business? So again, the Google Doc model, it's super simple. Create your lead magnets on a Google Doc, and it works because it's a simple link that you click. Second, to summarize this entire column, again, yes, it's a link you can click, but two, you're able to private the document and then give access to paying subscribers just by adding their email onto document access. And again, you can use modern newsletters, ConvertKit, Beehiiv to really grow your newsletter. And again, the benefit, while just having a Google Doc is great and it absolutely can work, you want to be collecting emails and segmenting and sequencing your audience. And to explain what segmentation is, effectively, all that means is you are taking your audience and putting them into buckets. An example could be beginners, intermediate, and expert copywriters. Not all copywriters are going to be experts. They're going to be at different stages. So they will receive different emails, different pieces of value, different lead magnets. So that's why using a modern newsletter is so important. And lastly, having a sequence, having an automation that sends subscribers automatic emails. Maybe it's 7+ emails over 7 weeks that helps solve a specific problem. So again, tie in a Google Doc framework with some sort of modern newsletter. That is the bread and butter. So I touched on it a bit, but these are what most newsletters are missing, especially founders. So there's 4 key components here. Some sort of automated onboarding flow. You need to introduce the founder or the creator, resell the value of the paid document that you've created, resell that lead magnet you just created, ask for feedback. That's very important within every newsletter, because if you're not solving your problem with the lead magnet, oftentimes the feedback within your newsletters will tell you what sort of lead magnet you should be creating. Lastly, promote participation or upsells. You have to incentivize this oftentimes. Next up, churn prevention tactics. This is pretty straightforward. Have some sort of loyalty bonus, have some sort of preview for upcoming content, and then highlight most popular content from previous issues. That's pretty common. Next up, structured referral system. This is a killer. A lot of founders do not include this. Have some sort of referral system. Beehiiv and Sparkloop work absolutely great. Affiliate codes for promotion for other creators, and then give people rewards for a successful referral. I mean, again, it's super important. A lot of founders sleep on this. Have a structured referral system. Next up, interest-based segmentation. I talked about this again a bit ago. Segmentation is just fancy for taking your audience and putting them into a bucket. Maybe it's beginner, intermediate, and experts. You want to just segment your audience because subscribers are at different places. Not everyone is at the same spot. So use ConvertKit, Beehiiv, etc. to segment your audience. Now here is a more high-level overview of the complete newsletter flywheel system. You have your free content, X, YouTube, Instagram. You should now have a referral loop if you're a founder, some sort of paid upgrade. This is what we've highlighted throughout this video. Have some sort of paid lead magnet. Maybe it's a low ticket community even. This should solve a specific problem that's much deeper than just surface level stuff. I mean, it should be hyper specific. And again, you can find what people really need help with or what problems they really need solved by just asking them. Ask for feedback within your newsletter. And that is exactly what your paid upgrade should be. And I'll give you an example for copywriters, which I help coach. It's a client acquisition problem. That's what 9 out of 10 copywriters struggle with the occasional, they don't feel that they're good enough copywriters. That's another problem that comes up. But for the most part, it's client acquisition. That's what these people are struggling with. And for your business, you need to identify what are these people truly struggling with. You can do this on sales calls or just, again, asking for feedback within the weekly newsletter. Next up, in the Flywheel system, of course, multiple lead magnets. This is separate from your paid lead magnet. Have an email funnel, which again, we talked about having ConvertKit or Beehiiv that deploys some sort of automated sequence, kind of just nurturing them. Again, typically by email 7 or 8, that is when we identify that our audience members, our subscribers, are typically booking a call. It's not emails 1 through 3, 1 through 6. Emails 7 and 8 are most likely when a subscriber will book a call. So be sure your sequences have at least 7 to 8 emails. And then lastly, offer weekly value. People want value. People want to solve problems. Make it digestible in your newsletter every single week. So these are the key takeaways and an implementation guide. This is what works and why it works. The $120,000 Google Doc model succeeded because it was simple, it was direct, high leverage. Scaling requirements. If you want to grow initial success, be sure you are segmenting your audience and you have some sort of onboarding sequence. Again, as I mentioned earlier, 7 to 8 emails within your email sequence is ideal to get someone to book a call. And of course, show up every single week, providing value in your weekly newsletter. This will be the backbone of your business, and it's going to allow you to stay top of mind with your audience. Next up, content balance. I didn't go too in depth about this, but be sure you're showing, a full demo, a full walkthrough of all the kind of skeletons in the closet of the business. Show things that most people don't show. Show things that you struggle with. Show things that other people have struggled with. And just dive really deep into, again, the customer's pain points. So here are your next steps. Choose your primary platform, Beehiiv, Substack, ConvertKit. Create a lead magnet, but also create a paid lead magnet or low-ticket community. As we discussed, the $120,000 Google Doc. Next up, post content over on YouTube on all of your social channels. Then set up your email automation and segmentation rules. Again, Adhikari Social, which is the agency I run. Next, set up your email automation and segmentation rules. If you are not sure what to do, I highly recommend you book a call with us using the link in the description. You can just implement our system for free for 30 days. We know it absolutely works. Again, it's the same system that I use. It's the same system that other founders are using as well. And lastly, launch your first optimized newsletter within 14 days of watching this video, or you can just have it done, up and running in about 24 hours, again, by using the link in the description. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Trey. We'll talk soon.